Hello and welcome. Thank you for being here and investing your time in improving your English and yourself. I walk into the market in the early morning, and the air feels fresh but also warm because the sun is slowly rising and many people are already here, moving between the small stalls and shops, talking, buying, and selling things. The market is not very big, but it is full of life, and I can hear many sounds at the same time, like people talking, sellers calling customers, plastic bags moving, and knives cutting vegetables on wooden boards. I walk slowly along the first row of stalls, and on my left side I see many kinds of vegetables, like green lettuce, long cucumbers, red tomatoes, carrots, onions, and potatoes, all placed in big baskets or on low tables. Some vegetables look very fresh, and they still have a little water on them, so they shine under the morning light, and I stop for a moment to look at them closely. The seller is an old woman, and she smiles at me while she arranges the vegetables again, putting the good ones in front and moving the smaller ones to the side. I look at the tomatoes and pick one up, feeling it with my hand, checking if it is soft or hard, and then I put it back gently. I do not buy anything yet because I want to walk around more and see what the market has today. I continue walking, and now I see a fruit stall with many colors, like yellow bananas, green apples, red apples, oranges, mangoes, and small purple grapes hanging in clear bags. The smell of fruit is sweet and light, and it makes me feel calm and comfortable, so I stop again and look at the fruit carefully. I pick up an orange and turn it slowly in my hand, checking the skin, and then I ask the seller about the price. The seller answers me in a friendly voice, and I nod my head, thinking about how many I want to buy. I put 3 oranges into a small plastic bag, and the seller weighs them on a small scale, then tells me the price again. I take my money from my pocket, give it to the seller, and she gives me some change and a small smile. I put the oranges into my backpack and continue walking deeper into the market. As I walk, the path becomes a little narrower and there are more people around me, so I move slowly and carefully, making sure not to bump into anyone. I see a stall selling meat, and pieces of pork and chicken are placed on metal trays, while the seller stands behind the table cutting meat with a big knife. The sound of the knife hitting the board is loud and clear, and I watch the seller work for a few seconds. The meat looks fresh, but I decide not to buy any today, so I just walk past the stall. Next to the meat stall, there is a stall selling eggs, and many eggs are placed in paper trays stacked on top of each other. Some eggs are white, and some are light brown, and they all look clean and smooth. I stop and count how many eggs I need in my head, then I tell the seller I want 10 eggs. The seller carefully picks the eggs one by one, puts them into a plastic bag, and ties the bag tightly so the eggs do not break. I pay the seller, take the bag, and hold it carefully in my hand as I walk. I keep walking, and now I smell something warm and strong, like cooked food. I follow the smell and see a small food stall selling hot dishes with big pots rising from steam. The seller is stirring something inside a pot, and the steam goes up into the air, making everything around look soft and blurry. I look at the food, but I am not hungry yet, so I decide to keep walking. The floor of the market is a little wet, and I have to be careful where I step because some places are slippery. I look down sometimes to watch my feet, and I move slowly to stay safe. I arrive at a stall selling rice and dry food like beans, nuts, and dried fish. Big bags of rice are open, and the seller uses a metal scoop to take rice from the bag and put it into smaller bags for customers. I stand and watch the rice fall into the bag, making a soft sound as it fills up. I ask for one small bag of rice, and the seller fills it, weighs it, and hands it to me. I pay and put the rice into my backpack, which is now starting to feel a little heavy. I take a short break and stand near the side of the market, watching people walk by. Some people walk fast, some walk slowly, and some stop to talk with sellers they know. I see a man carrying many bags in both hands, and a woman choosing vegetables very carefully, touching each one before buying. After a moment, I continue walking and arrive at a stall selling herbs and green leaves. The smell here is strong and fresh, and I see many kinds of leaves tied together with string. I touch one